Okay, friends, the time has finally come. And if you know me, that's one of my favorite phrases that I like to say. And if you know where it comes from. But anyway, that is what we're talking about. And we're talking about episodes 7 through 10. I'm finally through it. Oh my God, Joe. What are you gonna do? I love it. Let's get into episode 7. Okay, Love's putting on a little bit of a tease show out the window for Theo. I don't know why she's doing this, but I know why she's doing it. It's because she wants to get him to feed her information. And you know what? What a better way to do it than to sexually tease somebody, because we know that can pretty much get you some things. So, let's see. And she wants Theo to get his dad to get off her and Joe's tracks, because they were the ones that's gallivanting around town doing all these crimes and things, and he'll definitely figure out what the hell they were doing. But nevertheless, they still watch a lot of these videos and things, and a lot of things come to light. So it gets into Joe. Of course, he's obsessed with Marion. She is definitely the new you. And I say all of this because now he's stalking her ex-husband. And the reason why he's stalking her ex-husband is because, of course, he comes to the library. They get into a little bit of an altercation. And Joe knows that he's trying to ruin her life. Of course, you know, they talk about this, that, the same. And you know Joe isn't going to let this fly, because he is into her. And he definitely don't want anything to go wrong in her life. He's like one of those protector types. And am I here for it? Of course. You know, I'm always Team Joe. Joe and Love. Okay, you know what? They only got together in the beginning because, you know, at the end of the last season, he was about ready to kill her, and she blurts out, "I'm pregnant." So they're trying to work on the communication in their marriage. Like, this whole marriage bit for them is a big whole deal. I'm not going to go through scene to scene through these episodes because there's 10 of them, and I don't want to keep you guys here no longer than I have to. So Joe finds out that the ex is still on drugs. So of course he does. You know what? He tries to like knock him off his tracks, and he's wondering why. What the hell's not happening with this guy? Well, the guy at the library, his co-worker, tells him, hey, this guy been on drugs the entire time. He just got a better way of masking it. And it's just like with anything. Once you build a tolerance to something, you can pretty much do it especially in small amounts, or the amounts that you know that won't show too much of a change in your behavior. But anyway, this is exactly what he does. Well, Joe is just pretty much fit to be tied, and he just doesn't understand I guess what's going on with this guy. So then he follows him to his AA meetings. Well, you know what? You guys know I like the hat, but apparently Marion's ex-husband, Joe, I guess you gotta be Joe to know a Joe, in the hat that he wears when he was following him in his AA meetings. That Joe can see him just as plain as clear, because he confronts him about it. And you know what? I'm there for it. You know what? You're going to follow me. I'm going to confront you. And would you please stop him? Thank you so much. Anyway, little Miss Sherry is not so innocent. Her and her husband, I don't know if he's Gary or Carrie, but anyway, they're swingers. And you know what? I wouldn't oppose to him. They definitely, Sherry hits on Love, and she pretty much invites them to have some fun time with them. I know that they are a young couple, and they pretty much kind of interview them and put the ball in their court. Well, the episode goes out. We're going to be now into episode 8, and Joe, of course, is looking up things about swinging. He's a grown-ass man. I don't know why he has to. but he does, and every situation is different. You can't fix something with another person. Oh, so this was the whole swinging thing that they're looking into. Well, he's looking up like what's going on, but here's the deal. Just because you need to spice up your marriage, or you're trying to fix the marriage, or whatever the case may be, because Joe is thinking, oh my God, well, now she's going to be a swinger, I could have a whole nother relationship on the side. And it's like, no, Joe, you would have to do it with, so maybe he did need to look it up. I don't know. But anyway, it goes down. They meet with Sherry, and I'm just going to call him Gary. I've been calling him Gary this whole time. He's going to be Gary. So they meet with Sherry and Gary. They come over to their house. And you know what? I honestly think that some of the scenes definitely could have been a little bit longer. I know they weren't going to show full-on penetration of the sorts, but a lot of things could have been a little more racier. I'm just saying. I know, I sounded like a little perv there, but leave me alone. So, anyway. Oh my God, so, anyway, Joe is pissed because he wants to do what he wants with you. Of course he does. Of course he wants to do what he wants with you. And when I refer to you, I mean Marion. Of course he wants to be with her, and the only thing he can think about is her while they're doing their whole little swingers thing. And you know what? It almost gets him there, but then Love, of course, she gets all upset. It stops. She runs out of the room. Of course, he runs after her. I know you've seen the scene, but why in the hell would she blurt out that she killed Natalie for him, and they have company in the house? Okay, now, Love, you deserving whatever it is you get, and you best believe they heard you, because nothing is more exciting to anybody is when the lovers having a quarrel. So of course they ran to the door or to the top of the steps. They heard you, and of course if you watch the show, you know they did. So anyway, that's what much happens in episode 8. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep you guys here forever in the day. So let's go on to episode 9. Back to 8. So they know about it. Love and Sherry has a fight. Gary and Joe has a fight. And you guys all know this. Love and Joe wins. Now Sherry and Gary is locked up in the famous cage in the basement. So, and they're still alive. Well, you know, of course, I don't know. I guess they have to keep it interesting somehow. So I like them being alive. I do. So they're in there. And Theo, of course, that's what then Theo tells Love that the dad is using the video monitoring system from various businesses around town to spy on the entire community. And I know this has happened a couple of episodes, but let's just move on. So Joe Joe, he has some sex with you. I forget how it all comes about, but anyway, they get themselves involved. I don't even know why he was going there, because of course, if you live in the house with somebody and you know you guys' sex life isn't so great, the other person's going to be thinking, you know what, you're getting it somewhere else, and I definitely need to find out. Well, they have a party at the library, and it just screams when Joe talks to you that they have something going on. And Love, she's not stupid. She picks up on it. And, is this, that, and the other, but things happen there, and we'll just leave that there. Well, in the meantime, in between time, with the lovers locked up in the basement, of course, Love, she goes down there and talks, and Sherry can be very convincing, and she's trying to convince Love that Joe is cheating, and she's trying to convince Love to kill him. And you know what? If Love wasn't a psycho herself and she wanted to make whatever it is that she's trying to make work, she probably would have done it. She's a pretty unstable woman. So anyway, Joe and the ex. So Joe, of course, follow the ex around, this, that, the other. Not gonna make this a long story. Of course, he kills him. At first, I thought he was gonna get his ass beat, but the show is all about him, so I guess there had to be a little bit of a struggle because the guy was like, Joe doesn't work out and this, that, the other, so there had to be a little bit of a struggle. But then Joe, of course, does overcome him and he kills him. And it just leaves them there. So it's like, you know, are these guys getting sloppy or are they getting tired? I don't know. But this season has been so more action-packed than the others. And it's not that the other seasons fell short, because they definitely didn't. But this one is just like, I don't know. Is it love and all of her shenanigans? I'm sure it is, because Joe, he likes to be low-key and incognito, and she's just kind of all over the place, and he's fixing her messes, and he's getting tired of it. You could definitely tell. So Theo, he wants to talk about whatever it is that he wants to talk about. So he gets into their bakery for whatever reason, and he's roaming around, this, that, the other. It's at night. Half of the lights are out. You know she's not there. Well, long story short, he finds Gary and Sherry in the basement, and he doesn't want to let them out right away because he wants to talk to Love, this, that, the other. So anyway, he goes upstairs. He's looking around for a key. Of course, Love comes in. It's because that's just what she does. So she comes in and she asks him what's going on. Of course, he looks all guilty. He has the key in his hand. She wants the key and this, that, the other. He tries to get away. Of course, she hits him in the head. Well, he didn't try to get away. He's trying to walk away to get out. And of course, she hits him in the back of the head with a fire extinguisher. He falls to the floor. I thought he was dead, but in the very next episode, I guess I had my cards out of order because I was talking about episode 9 and I skipped all over 8. Is there anything that I want to say about 8? No. So let's just get right into the final episode. So it's happening. So it was kind of like the Last Supper with Joe and Love. Of course, she finds out he's having this affair. She is not having it. And the thing I liked about the most is that the scene that they have there at the dinner table, and she gets into why she killed her husband and this, that, the other, and then she gets into the how she killed her husband. And you know what? Between the two of them, they never trust one another. So there's just always something seems to be definitely up Love's sleeve. Joe just pretty much wanted to get away from her. And he tells her that he wants a divorce. And I think that triggers her into the story. And so she goes into how she drugged the guy, her first husband, and this, that, the other. And Joe, of course, catches on. She drugged him. And now he's feeling the effects of it. And he falls to the floor. Well, she takes his phone. She gets you over there. Anyway, you think it's going to go down. Thought it was going to go down. Kind of knew it wasn't going to go down. But anyway, her kid comes in, kind of interrupted the whole situation for Love, and my God, she is a project herself. But anyway, they end up leaving. Joe, like I said, they don't trust one another. He takes some kind of thing that counteracts whatever it is that she gave him. She comes over to him thinking that she's getting ready to get the best of him. He takes her over. Of course he does. He's Joe. He's always hopefully thinking 2 steps ahead. Long story short, he sets the scene. This is his exit scene, and he does it so well. He's setting up everything. He's leaving body parts. He's leaving blood. You know what, Joe? Cover them tracks because I believe in you. I know I'm a little psycho just for doing it, but I don't care. So anyway, Love's in there. He sets the house on fire. You know what? I don't know if she's going to be one of those phoenixes that rises from the ashes with a couple of little third-degree burns on her face. I would like to see it. I definitely want her to start coming after him and maybe, and just maybe, give him a little bit of taste of his own medicine. That would be a thing. But anyway, I won't get all into everything. Of course, Joe, he can't take the kid along with him. It'll slow him down. And even though I know they related to him being an orphan a lot in this season, I don't really think that was the reason why he left him with the couple from work. I think it was because it would slow him down. Like, he couldn't do all the things that he would like to do, and how to do them and get around this, that, the other. Anyway, he comes back on. He's in Paris. I'm loving it. I don't know if Love's gonna show up in season 4. I don't know if she's dead. I don't know if they're gonna wait to the end of season 4 and get her in the season 5. But I definitely want to see who will be the next you. And if I knew how to say you in French, I would. But you know what? This series does not ever disappoint me. And thank you, Netflix, for picking it up. Because if you guys didn't know, this actually started out on a cable network. It didn't jump off, dropped it. Netflix picked it up. And here we are. You talking to me. You know what? If you can't see, I have little palm trees on this shirt. Yes, I'm wearing it again because I only wore it one time when I was in Miami, and it's cold outside, so I wanted a little sunshine in my life tonight, or today. So I promise I am not drinking. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified every time I post a video. I love coming in here talking to you, friends, and I hope you enjoy me. I will see you next time for the next season of You. You guys be safe out there.